Gary Matthew Crawley. I'd like to welcome you to the law office of Lorie Burch.
Thank you, Lorie. I do prefer being called Matthew.
Matthew? What about Matt?
The H-E-W is not silent.
What about Few? So Matthew.
How much are you paying me?
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Because that will determine.
So no Gary.
No Gary.
Okay. I like to be called Lorie.
That's a good thing, because that's what I called you.
Okay, fantastic.
But I didn't mean to overstep my bounds.
Yes, that's okay.
Because I'm new here. I'm
You
just
are
a little
new.
nervous.
You're a little nervous?
Yeah.
Okay, well good. Well, you don't need to be nervous. What I want to do is actually explain to you how the process works here for an estate planning firm.
Okay.
How does that sound?
I can't wait.
Because as my senior paralegal, you're going to get several calls, and one of the first questions people ask, and one of the biggest reasons people don't get this done, is they don't know how the process works.
Okay.
Now, many estate planning attorneys have different processes as far as how they actually go about doing it, but this is the example of how we do it, which of course is the best. Got it?
Of course, yeah.
So typically what we do, and we'll run through this later, but
Okay.
when someone calls and makes an appointment, there's going to be certain information that you're going to go through with them at that time. But
Okay.
all they need to do is fill out a very simple worksheet that
Okay.
then they meet with me. So when we have our meeting, it's usually about a 3-step process, is typically how we do things here, where we have a meeting, and generally people are ready to go forward in that first meeting. So we talk about the different documents as far as executors, in wills, trusts, guardianships for kids. We'll talk about medical powers of attorney, medical record releases, financial powers of attorney, living wills.
Right.
We'll go through all of that, and what I do then is I sketch out an outline of what they're thinking they want to do. So the important thing is that they don't need to have all of the answers, because again, many people procrastinate getting this done because they don't know how the process works or all the information they have to provide. So we try to make what they provide to get going to be very minimal. But they do need to think about what people they would want to make certain decisions for them and how they might possibly want assets or money distributed.
Okay.
So there's number one. So what we do in the first meeting, or the first step, because sometimes they need a little bit of time in the first meeting, we actually have a second meeting, but basically the first step is we sketch out an outline of what they're thinking they want to do.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that they have to know everybody they want to put in and all the decisions, and it doesn't mean they've had to check with everybody, but it just means they have some general framework.
Okay.
So then what I do is I sketch out an outline of that, and then we use that outline to produce drafts, because I actually like my clients to be able to review drafts in the privacy of their own home, or maybe it's not private and maybe it's not their home, but basically it's not here. And they review what the documents look like, because when we talk about it, a lot of people don't know what a will really looks like, the wording. And typically when they receive the drafts, we usually work through changes and corrections via phone, email, or fax.
Okay.
But, and this will be something that you'll want to discuss with them, because we do flat fee, the door is always open for them to come in and meet with me. I never want them to feel like there is a clock ticking.
Got it. Okay.
So if they do want to meet over drafts, we can, but we usually streamline this so that they can give us changes and questions and corrections via email or phone, like I said. And then what we'll do is have a final meeting where we sign, finalize, make sure, and this is such an important thing, and it's one of the biggest reasons why it's such a mistake for people to do this online, is it's very important that the documents are signed, notarized, and witnessed in the proper manner. And so that's something that we take care of here. Then what we do, which I think it's a good tool for most estate planning attorneys, is we scan the documents. That's how we store copies, and then we provide them with a CD of their signed versions.
Okay.
Also at the signing, that's when we give them some other resources to help get them organized, such as the will memorandum. And what a will memorandum is used for is it does allow people to keep a running list of specific items. They may want to go to specific people, but it also is a database of information as far as what documents they have, where they're located, people to contact, advisors they have, usernames, passwords, just a lot of things that would be important. So that's the 3-step process.
Okay.
Typically it's about a 30-45 day turnaround. We like to have a couple weeks to get the drafts to them, and then a couple weeks for them to review. But Again, we try to be very efficient because we want to make it as easy and as streamlined as possible for our clients.
Okay.
Because the vast majority of people don't have this done, and one of the biggest reasons is they don't understand the process. So we try to take that unknown out of it, make it very simple and straightforward, and guide them through all the way to having them done.
That's great. So they don't feel like they have to know all the laws, all the, which I think could be very intimidating.
Yes, and another thing that I like to do, not all the attorneys do this, but I like to actually walk them through the decisions so that they don't fill out a form that says this is who I want my executor, guardians, and all of that to be, because I feel like I need to explain to them what those documents are first. And it may be that they think, well, my sister and brother-in-law should be guardians, and I say, well, okay, if they become guardians of your children, what happens if they split up? Do you still want brother-in-law to be a guardian? So there are things that a lot of people don't think of, and also alternatives to their first choices. So there's a lot of things that people just don't think about that I really want to go through with them, which is why I like to help do that outline to create drafts for them, rather than what online forms or what some other offices may do, where they just have them fill out a form and they generate documents and they don't really know what they're doing or what they're signing. All right, so Matthew, this is your desk and your computer and your phone and all of that. So I think it's time. Yeah. So I think it's time for you to try and make your first appointment call.
Okay.
How's that?
I think I'm ready.
Okay. Well, here's a list of some really hot leads for you. So start in the A's. Good luck.
Okay, I'll see you Friday. Just call Anita Will. Yes, may I speak with Miss Will, please? Hi, yes, this is Matthew. I'm at the law office of Lorie Burch. I'm Lorie's paralegal, and I wanted to follow up with you to see if we could discuss some estate planning. I know that you and your husband were interested in having some estate planning done. Yes. Sure. What we can do is schedule a time for you to come in and meet with Lorie. And that would be the first step in the process. I'll send you out a few documents, a brief worksheet for you to fill out and bring with you. I'll also send a comparison chart of the two packages that we offer. We have a standard package and a premium package. The difference between the two packages is really just that the premium package allows for future updates at no additional charge. The standard package are the same documents and everything. However, any future updates or revisions are made at Lorie's hourly rate. But all of our estate planning is done at a flat fee, so and this document will have the corresponding fee schedules. So you and your husband will know exactly what the cost would be to have those documents prepared. No, there's no charge for the consultation. Lorie is happy to meet with you and discuss your circumstances and advise you accordingly. However, you'll probably come in with a lot of information because the documents that we will send to you via email along with an appointment confirmation will address many of your questions and allow you to prepare. Yes. So are there days or times that work better for you? I know that you both work full-time, correct? Okay. Actually, Lorie frequently meets with clients at 5:30, even 6 o'clock on weeknights because we try to incorporate our clients' schedules. She also has Saturday appointments on occasion, and we'd be happy to work with whatever is best for you. Okay, well, a Wednesday evening sounds great. Yeah, I can go ahead and put you in here. And what is your email address so that I can send this information to you along with your appointment confirmation? Okay. Great. Well, do you have any questions or anything you'd like to run past me before you come in to meet with Lorie? Actually, yeah, estate planning is Lorie's primary focus of her practice. It's pretty exclusive. She's very, I'll let Lorie get that. She is very focused on estate planning, wills, trusts, powers of attorney, and went into this area of law because she's very passionate about it and because of the protection that it provides for you, your husband, your children, and your property. Okay, great. Well, if you have any questions or concerns before Wednesday evening, just let us know. Either give us a call or send us an email, and we'll be happy to address those. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you Wednesday and look forward to working with you. Okay, it's my pleasure. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.